Welcome back. Just show my clothes because my shit closed.
We're back.
We're back.
Okay. Welcome back to All Things Considered, where all conversations are considered tea.
We're going to be giving you our opinions on all things alleged in these streets.
I'm Marco. This is Aramis. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all. So let's talk about Drake and his hot sauce. And let's talk about why this is even news. Because honestly, I feel like this was a great move on Drake's part. But before I even get into my opinion,
right,
let's go into what happened.
Okay.
So, allegedly, let's keep it cute here. Allegedly, Drake was involved.
Very cute.
Okay.
Very
I'm gonna keep it cute. I'm gonna keep it
cute. YouTube cute.
Drake was allegedly involved with a woman, and after their relations, he disposed of the condom
prophylactic
in the bathroom, and while in the bathroom he decided to put hot sauce in said condom. And to many this probably won't make sense, but what the woman does next,
entrapment,
right, it makes it all add up. So apparently Miss Ma'am tries to turkey baste her way into becoming Drake's second baby mother, and it does not work out for her. And she ends up burning in the crotch area.
Yeah, you put a condiment.
You try to turkey baste your way
into a check, and it wasn't going to happen.
And it backfired terribly on this woman. Terribly. I could forget anything else. The actual pain, I just can't even.
And you can't sue Drake for that. You can't be mad at Drake for that. Like,
apparently she is trying to sue Drake.
Of course she could try, because he's a high profile, you know what I'm saying? He's somebody that's high profile, but you can't really. I will be surprised if she was awarded anything.
I mean, let's be real. You can sue anybody for anything. Literally, you literally can sue anybody for anything. Doesn't mean you're gonna win. And I don't feel like this is even gonna be worth taking to court. If I was her, I would have just stayed anonymous, keep my head down, and use this as a learning lesson. Like,
this is definitely not bragging.
Yes, you can't even brag on that. Like,
you're not having Drake's baby.
You should be ashamed, ma'am.
You really should. That's pathetic. Honestly, like,
really,
it's pathetic. That's what it is. Like, you can't sit here and think that you're gonna entrap somebody who is worth over $100 million. You get what I'm saying? And even if he wanted to have a baby with you, he would have given you his child.
And you know what? Kudos to Drake, because he knows his value, he knows his worth, and he knows how these women are. And he went ahead and did what he had to do to protect his brand. That's what I'm saying. Everybody is always trying to put out this narrative about these men. And I mean, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm just saying these women be grimy too. And protect your sons. Teach your sons the hot sauce trick. If your son, if your son is an NFL, NBA player, a rapper,
your son doesn't even have to be all of that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and let's get real here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the conversation needs to be had with your girls and with your boys about how grimy people can be in general. How they will try to trap you, whether you're worth $1 or $100 million, whatever in between. You get what I'm saying?
And because let's just imagine life for that kid.
But listen, there's so many instances that we see of adults. We're not even going to talk about teenagers yet. You know what I'm saying? But so many adults that we see that are entrapped in these relationships and have my baby and I'll stay, or you know what I'm saying, different situations where psychologically they become entrapped in these situations. And there's one person that's being manipulated, man, there's one person that's being manipulative. So you get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how much money is on the table. I just feel like we need to make that a topic of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Be careful of who you date. Be careful of who you talk to. Be careful who you yoke yourself with. Because
while you're out here teaching your daughters things, teach your sons things as well.
And take your own advice.
Protect your sons as well. I'm thankful that Drake had the, knowledge to do something so basic.
It's not.
It's probably every day to him, and it probably never even happened until then. Like, it's probably 1 in a million chances somebody's gonna actually try to turkey baste him. You know what I'm saying? You don't think so?
It's Drake, and Drake. This isn't. You know what I'm saying? Drake's first year in the game. This is 10 plus years in the game. So he knows. He has that knowledge. This has happened too many times.
How common do you think that this hot sauce method?
It happened so much that he had to do it. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
How common do you think this is in the industry with?
It's more common than you think.
Outside of Drake,
it's more common than you think. We have these, and I'm not trying to dig at any influencer girlfriends or anything like that, because that is a video that we're going to talk about a little later. But no digs at anybody specifically, but you have people trying to come up off of having somebody's baby. You have people trying to come up off of being related to somebody, being in the same room as somebody. You get what I'm saying? You have all of these different instances in social media that we see every day. And I feel like for Drake, it's happened more than once, entirely too many times.
Honestly, I can agree, because let's look at the process that it took for him to welcome his son to us, and then we find out that he has Sophie, his baby mom, take all of these DNA tests and stuff, just to be sure, because people will lie on someone of his status or whatever.
People will not lie, period.
I just am curious, because I just feel like we done heard so many different methods, so many different ways.
But that's why I say this ain't the first.
To me, hot sauce on the condom, this is some new mess to me. I ain't never heard of that before.
This can't be some first time. This the first time it's happened to him type of situation, because he would not have. You get what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't have been on that level. He wouldn't have been thinking like that.
Yeah.
If it was the first time. Even if he was trying to be precautious, like if he was just trying to be precautious, he would have took the condom with him, tied it off, put it in his pocket or whatever, and did.
Flushed it. Why don't people flush it?
Because you don't want to get that stuck in your septic tank and all that shit, get it backing up, all that rubber and shit that won't decompose. You get what I'm saying? Like, but whatever. Which is why people will throw it in the trash, which is smart and sanitary. You get what I'm saying? But
when you're a celebrity of his stature,
somebody's
it's not smart anymore.
Somebody's going to take it, and definitely, like, it's a setup for you to.
Which it wouldn't work anyway. Let's be real. Like,
the survival chance wouldn't even
sperm survive
outside
in
the body.
Air. Like it. I don't know. Yeah. The math already not mathing on that.
But bitches will still try, and there's still a percentile chance that it could work. You don't want to be that one. He doesn't want her to be that 1 in a million.
And I ain't mad at him.
And plus, I
teach
feel like
your sons the hot sauce trick, and teach your girls to be smarter than that.
Yeah, I feel like it was
teach your girls to be more secure in themselves, to where they don't have to feel like they have to be pregnant by somebody like Drake, or have to trap a man into happiness or a check. Raise your children to be better, because overall this was terrible. Great on Drake's part. Like I said, I ain't never heard of no mess like that. Now I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, every male in my life knows. I
feel like it was more. It wasn't just it wasn't just trying to call her out, or just trying to demean her in particular. I feel like he did that to kind of, because he knew she was going to take it to social media, and it was going to become a bigger thing.
Why?
I feel like he did it.
You are the dummy.
I feel like he personally set the whole thing up, as far as putting the hot sauce in there and leaving the condom, because he wanted, when it did blow up, to set a precedent. Like, listen, y'all not finna trap me, and it's finna be. Listen to what I'm saying. It's finna be a trend of other men, other guys in the game who finna start doing. It might not be hot sauce.
Future should have been doing that.
It's not gonna be hot sauce.
That's future problem.
But you're gonna see a lot of niggas doing, you know what I'm saying, tricks and shit, trying to get bitches to, you know what I'm saying, expose themselves as trying to be clout chasing, and trying to this and trying to that. It's a two-sided conversation. I feel like that's the video for something else.
Period.
Because that could go deeper.
Let's move on to our next topic for
For
today.
real. Okay. Okay, so I'm so glad that we are finally recording again, and this is like the perfect timing because one of my favorites, and I mean favorite, like top 3.
It is one of his top 3 rappers.
I'll be rapping her shit at work, and everybody face don't care. Big Bang Bisha in a 2-seater done got engagements moments, and I could not be more happy for her and Mr. Coca Vango. Okay, so if you don't know, LightSkinKeisha and Coca Vango, they have a YouTube channel. They've been on Love and Hip Hop. They've been around. You get what I'm saying? They're both rappers. They have separate careers, and they do have a couple projects together. So they have been together, I don't even know how long. They started off as best friends or whatever.
I feel like it's been a while.
They've been together a long time.
Has been around a while. I feel like I've been seeing her and him like
just doing
on
it
my feed for a long time now.
And before the whole like Love and Hip Hop ordeal, like I remember listening to her music and just wishing that, you know what I'm saying, she could just elevate, like shit would just open up for her. And I remember how her career started. I'm not sure of Coca's, but I know that LSK started off, you know what I'm saying, homeless. She's Atlanta based, Atlanta born and raised, and she started off on the east side, you know what I'm saying, and shit was not beautiful for her. Like she had to hustle, she had to grind, and she came out in that same era as B. Simone, so you know they're friends, and goddamn Zoe, you know, all of them are good friends or whatever in real life, and so all of them kind of took off at the same era, and she's been hustling and grinding, remain independent, and now she's a household name. Like people know her, people see her out on TV, people see her doing her thing, and I could not be more proud of her. She's literally, if we're not the same age, she's a year older than me, and
so she's around our age.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I literally look up to her hustle and her drive and just watch how the two of them, you know what I'm saying? Like I love their YouTube channel. I'm not gonna lie, I do skip through halfway through on the pranks because they spend the first half of the video explaining the prank, and I'm like, listen, just do it. But other than that, I cannot like stop. I can't get over their relationship anymore.
Well, congratulations to LightSkinKeisha. I do think that your music is a bop.
Girl.
We do both play your music
on repeat.
So
I know I do.
Congratulations to you. Engagements are a beautiful thing, and I hope that it all works out for the both of them. Yeah,
and continues to open up doors. God got so much in store. You know what I'm saying? You could just tell that they're humble about it. So much love.
Okay, so our last topic of the day is Cardi B versus Tasha K. So we all know how Tasha K is. She is a blogger here on YouTube. She has had she's been on here for a while. She has a good audience that she's built over the years. But we all know her approach to things is hard, you know, compared to many other bloggers. It can be kind of invasive. She can be, you know, I don't know what the word is.
She comes off as she's doing too much, and there's not enough proof to support the bark that comes with it. And you know what I'm saying? Because of how she comes at you, because of how she comes at it, or she makes it seem like she has all these sources and it's just this, and there's nothing to support that. It's just to get viewers and to get people in, and that's not even gonna hold you.
Let's be real. She got her fan base and her audience that supports that. We're not here to paint her out as like
just the bad guy.
Right. Obviously, she's doing something right. But her approach to others that are not subscribed to her, that may have never seen a video of hers, or may just don't care for her, can be kind of invasive and kind of just doing too much.
And it's not even just about the people that are subscribed or watching. It's more so about the people she's talking about. Because like I said, it's a lot of speculations, allegations, and the way that she makes it seem, you know what I'm saying? She comes
with facts.
It's facts,
but it's not facts.
And you gotta subscribe to, you gotta tune in and hear the facts. You know what I'm saying? Like a source told me, like, and that's what killed me. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, and that's what I was gonna say earlier. Not even gonna hold you. And when she first came out, first started out, I was watching every video here for it.
Me too.
But I noticed a pattern in how messy she is and how it's a lot of talk, a lot of bark, but no bite to it. And I just, you know. So maybe I'm biased because I don't care for her style, but let the record show that I just feel like it's wrong.
From what I've seen of Tasha K and her reporting of Cardi B, it really is disappointing. She has called this woman a prostitute. She has said that this woman had many STDs that I won't even say right now. She has accused this woman of doing a lot of sexual acts that she may or may not have done in her life, but I don't think it's legal to just say if she hasn't put out there. And what has came out is like during the case, Cardi B has said that at one point she wanted to take her own life during this quote unquote bashing by Tasha K that Tasha K would call reporting. And it really is like devastating to hear that, you know, we could have lost somebody as iconic as Cardi B. And y'all can say what y'all want to say about Cardi B, but she has impacted enough lives to call her iconic. And she has come, you know, out the mud and has done a lot organically. So yes, I'm going to call her icon and iconic. And I feel that for us to have almost lost an icon to like a blogger that can be just so invasive is just really, really disappointing. And we don't really know what direction this court case is going, but all I can say is, Tasha K, bring these facts, bring these sources. It's not even really, like, what I say isn't even important, because these sources and stuff, they're going to have to be brought up in court, sweetheart.
And if you can't
otherwise,
produce none,
you're going down alone.
If you can't produce none, say goodbye to that channel, everything you got. If it ain't tied up in an LLC, you better be smart. I hope you are smart and got the shit that you really cared about off on the side in the LLC. Because if you don't and all that shit is all under you, she coming for everything you own, sweetheart.
I'm sure Tasha K has her shit under
I hope she
Unwild with Tasha K has
to be its own LLC.
She's not, let's be real. Tasha K is not a dumb black woman. She is a smart black woman. She's strategic in what she does. Very calculated. She's come a long way. Also out the mud. I will give her flowers where they're due, but at the same time, she is dead wrong in the situation.
For being so messy.
And at this time, you know, a lot of the people that she goes after don't really care to bite back. Every now and then, they'll give a little interview to her, argue back and forth with her a little bit, but that in the end just gives her the views. I don't think that she ever thought that Cardi B would ever take her to court, to actually take her to court. Like, what is Tasha K? What is she gonna do with me, little old Tasha K? Girl, you made the woman want to take her life. You went around spreading all of this false information. All Cardi has to do is come up to that judge and present her medical records, which she really don't have to do.
Okay, because that's a violation of FERPA and HIPAA laws.
And if she ain't got, if none of that stuff ever popped up, girl, you out of here. And I already feel like she is, but I don't want to speak down on Tasha K, so I'll just say this. From what it's looking like what needs to happen is happening, and I'm happy about it. I hope that Tasha K takes this as a learning lesson. I hope that she realizes that freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. Girl, you can say what you want to say about everybody else, but that does not mean that they can retaliate in the way that they want to retaliate. Nobody stopped you from talking, even though common sense should have.
Yeah.
And now somebody is about to. So I really hope she's learning. I hope her viewers are learning. I hope that the people watching this are learning. I hope the young people watching this are learning too. But you can't just get on the internet and say what you want to say about people, especially stuff of that degree. Watch your mouth.
And you have an influence. You have a group. You have, you know what I'm saying, a following. People are listening and moving based off of how you talk. So you have to be mindful of that. I mean, it just is what it is.
We'll be following this case.
And will. Meanwhile, we're still looking out for updates on the Megan and Tory case. We haven't heard anything since we have been incognito. But we will be keeping our eye out for that and for this case.
Yes, as we get more information about the Megan and Tory case, we will be back to report our opinions on the facts that do come out as well. So stay tuned for that video as well.
As for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure. And until next time, bye.
Bye, y'all.